Hello friends, good morning all of you, and let's begin for today's CIP session. Okay, I think that there are another CIP sessions also going on from some outside trainers. I think like this. So from yesterday onwards it started. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so how was yesterday's session? What was conducted there? काय घेतलं काल सेशन का सुरुवात वगैरे काय झाली का नाही झालं काय काल अजून?
English grammar.
Okay, fine. So you can have a kind of revision again. म्हणजे कुठलं ग्रामर पार्ट वगैरे असेल यू कॅन ऑल्सो सजेस्ट म्हणजे पर्टिक्युलर कुठला पार्ट घ्यायचा असेल दॅट ऑल्सो यू कॅन सजेस्ट ओके हु इज टेकिंग इट कोण ट्रेनर फॅकल्टी कोण आहेत ते का नाही माहिती नाव वगैरे
Achyutam Karwale, sir.
okay all right let it be we will continue in our own way let's see if you are getting benefited from both the session that will be fine but important you just take note of it that you are going to work on it okay so if there are thousands of sessions and if you are not doing anything or if you are not taking it seriously that is of no use so therefore you just try to work on it you just try to make it you should feel that this is for me you should feel that I want to improve my English and based on that you just every day you just do something for it because practice makes man perfect this is applicable here also so you know that if you're practicing it every day I'm sure one day all of you will feel very confident about your own English about your own communication and apart from not only communication but you people can also face the various kinds of competitive exams that you are going to come across there also you people will get good score as per your expectation so therefore just make it all right so yesterday we people finished that one exercise and we just had a quiz only so in today's session I would like to go for one different topic is there and that topic is related with spellings or again it is English or vocabulary but you know that what happens usually we people are very habitual for reading only and while reading we read it very smoothly we do not find any problem but if it is of writing so there are so many words that I can read them I know them I the meaning also I know but what happens while writing I'm not able to exactly write them well or sometimes I get confused with the spelling so therefore, in today's session, we people will go with this topic. So I share the screen, getting that I need to share another screen. Uh, okay, so there's a slide that I'm going to deal here with today's class. Just a few seconds, we'll just start. All right, so rules of spelling, few rules of spelling that we people are going to consider here, and you people will get idea how you can just make it better your spelling. So there are quite simple words and there are some difficult words also, and usually there is a kind of confusion. But if you read those rules, you'll come to know you'll get a better idea about writing correct spelling of words but it is not only correct spelling of words sometimes you people have to go for other aspects of vocabulary also because you know when you people have a lot of vocabulary in that case what happens that you people can get number of options to express your thoughts and ideas when you have plenty of vocabulary okay and when you have limited vocabulary what happens you have to struggle for making sentence for expressing your thought or idea and there are so many people they have lots of thoughts and ideas in their mind but because of lack of vocabulary they are not able to just express them okay so therefore we can just work on that also. So vocabulary is very important here, that you people have to increase it. There should be number of words, that synonym sentence, that we should know. Apart from that, we should be able to use word in different class, like the same word I can use as a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb also. And maybe sometimes we people are coming across with new words, so in that case immediately we people need to check it into dictionary, so then only it is going to help you. Otherwise what happens, these words or vocabulary, what happens right now we understand, but later on we forget them, or they become a kind of passive vocabulary. So we need some active vocabulary. So what is active vocabulary? What are the words that we know and we can use them? That is our active vocabulary. And what is passive vocabulary? Passive vocabulary is that there are certain words that we know their meaning, but right now I cannot remember the exact. If I want to use it, I do not remember it. If it somebody tells me, if it comes in my reading, in that case, it strikes me that yes, I know this word. So this kind of passive vocabulary should be brought into active. Okay. So therefore, words convey our ideas. So whatever we wanted to speak, what we wanted to tell, or that is with the help of words only. Okay. So therefore, we should be rich in collection of words. We should know maximum words. So that will help us to convey our ideas, thoughts, opinions, emotions exactly and correctly if used correctly. So therefore, you know that I just told you the problem of the people. What happened that they wanted to express something. They have something to say, but they don't know how to say it exactly. They do not get it proper words, right words. And so therefore they feel that I cannot speak in English, or English is not a simple language, but that is not the reality. Okay. Whatever you can express in your mother tongue, same emotions, feelings, thoughts and ideas, even jokes also you can crack in English as well. But you know what happens, we are falling short of words, and so we are not able to express exactly and correctly because we can't use vocabulary correctly. So learning and using new words builds our vocabulary of a particular language. So therefore it is necessary. What you should do, you should learn every day at least 5 to 10 words. Don't limit yourself with five. I will say minimum 10 words you just search. Okay. So that it will give you a lot of insight or understanding of English. Okay. So and use them, not only just, it is not only dictionary, you are opening one dictionary and you are reading daily 10 words. That is not going to help you. So you should read something, one paragraph, one story, newspaper or article or journal, or it can be anything that you're reading. And while reading that time, you come across with certain 8 to 10 new words. At that time, you just make use of dictionary, write them down in your notebook, or you can make a different, maybe catalog, or you can make a diary also for writing new words. Then write the meaning in English to English and try to use those words in English in your sentences also. Then you people will be able to remember them for the future use. Otherwise, simply right now I come across with one word, and that word I checked into dictionary and I did not write it, I did not mention anything about it. So possibilities that I may forget it after 1 day, 2 day, maximum after 1 week. I might have forgotten everything, those new words. So that should not happen with us. So therefore it is necessary that we people need to practice like this. So we must carefully study different features of words. A person's vocabulary is not only the measure of his or her educational attainment, but also a key to success in her career. So you know that whatever the educational aspect is there, whatever the marks you are going to get, whatever the skills that you are going to achieve, everywhere and in your professional life, whatever the success that you are going to attain, for all those things you have to just take care that everywhere you are using right words, proper words. Vocabulary is going to play a key role. Vocabulary will be the main part there. And that should not be your limitation. Again, while speaking, you're falling short of words and you're not able to express your thoughts and ideas clearly, or maybe you're hesitating while speaking and you need to take a lot of pauses while speaking with your friends or with your teachers or with your colleagues, with your boss. That kind of limitations should not be there. So if you work on it, it is possible. You know that in a case of mother tongue, we should not we never fell short of words, or we never get stuck that I wanted to speak now something, so which word I have to use, how to use that, how to make sentence. These problems we do not have in our mother tongue, but in case of English it happens because we are not using English. Or in our day-to-day communication also, we people just maybe listen only, rarely, but we are not using them. So suggestion will be, you just start using English for day-to-day communication with your friends. All we people are in now second year, we are familiar with our friends, and we can make groups, small groups, 5 to 10 students can come together. They can just discuss, you get your day-to-day gossips also. So what happened, what you did yesterday, anything new towards you, or maybe any movie watched, a serial watched, or something, or maybe something that you want to share with your friends, your study plan, your notes, your anything that you are going to exchange with your friends. Try to use English there. I'm sure that if you start like this, within less span, within short span of time, you'll improve your English a lot. But if you are not using, if you are just listening only, if you are just reading only, but if you are not using in your oral communication, problem will be there as it is. Today you people have problem of oral communication, that you people are able to listen and understand, you people are able to read and understand, you people are able to write also, but you people are not that much comfortable in oral English. So the same problem will be after 3 years also, 5 years also, and 10 years also. Why? Because we are not using English in a oral form or in our day-to-day communication. So therefore the problem is going to be same after 10 years as well. So to work on this problem, solution is only one: practice. Start speaking today. Don't bother much about your uh, mistakes. So there are mistakes are going to be part of your life. Okay, so it is not like this that today I will learn everything perfectly and tomorrow I will start speaking fluent English. That is not going to happen. Everyone starts with mistakes. Even those who are expert today, those who are speaking fluent English today, even in the beginning they were making mistakes. Everyone's okay. So you should not think that I will speak correct English only, but you can start with broken English, make lots of mistakes, try to learn, listen to other people, try to learn from them. And there are other sources. YouTube is there, Google is there to help you, and you can make use of all those things. So just think of your success in career and your educational attainment. Both things are dependent upon your vocabulary. So just try to improve it. Is it visible, audible clearly? Everything is fine? Are we able to get my voice? Are you
Yes.
able? Okay, fine. So in order to overcome difficulties in developing vocabulary, we need to learn the topics such as rules of spelling, words, often confused, collocations and idioms. Okay, so in this today's session, we are going to work on this rules of spelling. Okay, but other the sections that we people will work, that words often confuse. So there are always two words which are written together, and maybe we are having a lot of confusion. For example, if I have to write here the word, uh, two words I will give you, you people just tell me. I want to write diary and I want to write dairy. So you people tell me spelling of diary first. What is spelling of diary?
DAIRY.
And dairy? Dairy? How to write dairy? Find it out then if you don't know. See, we have confusion.
Same as spelling, is sir.
Same. Is it same?
Yes, sir.
And if it is same, then how it will be two? words which will having like this. It is not same at all. It should be uh, first of all D, then I, then A, and then RY. It is not same at all. So difference you can see dairy and diary. This way it gets confused. You people can find it. You can check it also. Okay. So this way we people will prepare some list of words which are like this dairy and diary, or maybe a principal is there, and sale is there. So many list of words are there which are always confusing us. So we will make one session on that also. Uh, so first one is diary, okay, and this is dairy, milk dairy is this, and diary that we write diary, that is this diary, okay. So take note of it, somewhere write it down and be clear about the correct spelling of any other words also. Next is your collocations also. So people will work on this collocation. So what are collocations? Collocations are the words usually written together, and they are just spoken also together. So that is called collocation. And there are certain words with make, for example, make phone call, or make hair, or something like this. Okay. Or with have, you'll find have a bath, have breakfast, have this, have that. So these kind of collocations also very important that we should know, so that you people can use English. They will help you to use English. And again, very important is here, that is idioms and phrases. So if you know English, and if you're using it without idioms and phrases, that is your plain and basic English, okay. But you know that at later stage, or at maybe advanced level, you'll come to know there are people or users of English, they use idioms and phrases in their communication, okay. So for example, if I give you here, to cry over spilt milk, what does it mean? To cry over spilt milk. Hmm? Do you know something about it? To cry over spilt milk. This is idiom in English, okay? So meaning of this is that if something has happened, and if you're worrying about it, if you're just thinking about it, there is no point. So you should not worry, you should not think whatever happened. So spilt milk, म्हणजे एखादी गोष्ट होऊन गेलेली असेल त्यावरती परत विचार न करणे. Don't regret about the mistakes in the past. That is the meaning of to cry over spilt milk. So such kind of idioms also you people are expected to know when you people are using English at later stage, okay. And I think that we should be familiar with so many such idioms in English, so that you can understand English in better way. And if people are using idioms in their communication, and if you are not able to understand, then again you'll find that there are difficulties with your communication, okay. To avoid that, we will have one session on idioms and phrases also. Certainly there are differences in terms of spelling and pronunciation, okay. So spelling is the format of writing, where you people, if you're suppose that you're going to write one document, so there you are expected to write everything correctly. You should not have any writing mistakes or spelling mistakes in your writing, okay. So suppose that if you want to write diary, or you want to write dairy, in that case you are going to have a kind of confusion about spelling, and you are not able to mention which is correct one. So therefore you people have to take care that you are mentioning everything clearly, or your spelling is right. Then pronunciation is the form or characteristic of oral communication. While speaking, how do you pronounce the word, whether you are pronouncing it correctly, or whether you are just pronouncing them incorrectly. If you are pronouncing them incorrectly, it will be difficult for the listeners to understand you, what you are speaking. They will not be able to understand, okay. So you are expected to pronounce the words clearly also. So in English, you will come to know that there are a number of letters and sounds, and which creates confusion about pronunciation. So if you're regularly listening, if you're making use of dictionary, your pronunciation also can be improved. So you just work on improving your pronunciations also. So in the way English language is used, but here again, don't try to be like native speakers. Okay, so we are not expected to become like native speakers. If you're able to speak Indian English, that's fine, and that is good, and that is accepted all over the world also. So don't try to strive for Americans accent or British accent. If you are maybe you wanted to learn it, that's a different thing. You can learn it, but you should not be in a place to just try to acquire American accent or British accent. Understanding these differences and having extensive reading in variety of topics are effective ways to build English vocabulary. So what you should do maximum, try to just have extensive reading. Extensive reading means how much do we read? We do not read at all. You know that students are very having limited reading. They don't read novels, short stories, books, journals, etc. They hardly read whatever the notes given by the teacher. And these days, because of MCQ type of exams, even students do not read anything. So here, a kind of suggestion will be that all you people have to read extensively. Extensive reading, it means that you have to read for short stories, novels, newspapers, or any books, comics, etc. Whatever you are getting in English, you just try to read it, and that should be for a pleasure, for extra reading that you can call, because there you people will come across with a variety of different situations, the dialogues between two characters, different situations, how to deal with that situations, everything is given there. So your reading will help you to increase your vocabulary, so that you can have a lot of vocabulary there. Okay, so let's say in today's session, as I told you, that rules of spelling that we people are going to learn here. So first of all, we'll just talk about it. It says misspelling is the most frequently made error in writing. What happens that I have already told you, I can read it, I know the meaning also, but when it comes of writing of that particular word, so that time I'm not sure how to write that correctly. Okay, there are so many words which are misspelled because we don't know correct spelling. So to avoid the spelling mistakes, one needs to use dictionary and a spell checker. If you're you working on computer, there you do not have much worries because there is already spell checker installed, and you will find that there are green and red underlines under the word. If you are having spelling mistakes, there is red underline, and if there is any syntactic error, in that case you'll find there is green underline under the words. Okay, so you people can make use of dictionary and spell checker when you are just writing, preparing any document, notice, anything that you are going to write. Make use of those things so that there are not spelling errors in your writings. One can improve the spellings with little effort. Okay, so what little effort that you people have to do, because you know mostly we are right, but there are certain at 10% we people have to work on it. Okay, so almost 90% of the English words can be spelled correctly if a student knows basic patterns, principles, and rules of spelling. Okay, so here that we are going to discuss them in today's session. So knowing spelling rules and exception to these will surely help us to understand why spelling is the way it is. Okay, so there is no any particular explanation that we people can provide why to write a word, one particular word like that. Okay, for example, you just try to think of the spelling of kernel. So what is spelling of kernel? Does anyone know spelling of kernel? Is it E? Okay, N-E-L. Okay, yes. Can you tell me spelling of bouquet? Can you tell me spelling of bouquet? How to write? You can see the spelling and the pronunciation, how much difference that you are able to find it. Q, what is spelling of Q? Bouquet, Madhuri, can check it. You can check it. Spelling of bouquet. Okay. So here you people can find that if you follow certain patterns, or why these particular words like bouquet, kernel, or Q, or there are many that you can just try to understand. Their spelling is totally different. That we people need to learn them. Following are some of the rules of spelling. So let's go to the next slide and let's try to discuss them, how we can just try to learn those rules of spelling, which will help us when we people wanted to use English whenever you're going to write it down. Okay, so first of all, rule number 1 is here, but you know that how many alphabets are there in English? Yes, that's right, Snehal. How many alphabets are there in English language? That is simple question. Alphabet in English language. Is it 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 48? Haven't you studied alphabets in English?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, that's right. There are 26. Yes, Madhuri and Suraj. Yes, 26 alphabets. But if I ask now, how many sounds are there in English? How many sounds are there in English language? Okay, here I will tell you. How many sounds are there in English language? There are 44 sounds in English language. So you can just compare. Alphabets are 26 and sounds are 44. Is there any correct matching number? No, there are no 44 sounds and 44 alphabets. In that case, there could be possibility that one letter for one sound. But in English, that is not the case. So what is the case? Maybe there is possibility that one alphabet is used for more than or two, sometimes for two or sometimes more than two also sound. How? You can see here the consonant C. That example the people can see that C can be pronounced as ko also, C can be pronounced as so also. So has two sounds and it depends when to pronounce so and when to pronounce ko. That depends. Okay, so let's see rule number first is about this. Consonant C says ko. This is not K. Okay, this is sound. Okay, which sound? Ko sound. This is ko sound. Okay, consonant C says k, but it always softens to s. Its pronunciation, you can pronounce it k, but when you can pronounce it s, when it is followed by letter E, letter I, or letter Y. Let's say examples. Here it is practice. So first, what is practice? So here after C, there is E. Okay, so here it is practice. We don't call practic or we don't call practique. Okay, here it is intimacy. After C, what is here? There is a Y. Okay, so therefore you can just think it is intimacy. It is not intimacy. It is cylinder, so we call it so. After there is Y. Okay, city, here I. Civil will come to after C, there is I, so it is civil, not civil. Okay, but now people see, whereas in other words like cake, do you call it sake or cake? It is cake. Why? After C, here letter A is here. So therefore it is cake. It is cream, not stream. Okay. It is attack, not a task. Okay. Logic. So here again you'll come to know logic. Here you'll find that consonant C is pronounced as go. Is it clear or any questions? When to pronounce and when to pronounce ko? If it is clear, you just tell me yes, no, so that I can go to the next slide.
Yes.
So that was rule number 1 about pronunciation of s or k. Now let's come here and just talk about rule number 2. And this rule number 2 is about consonant G. Okay, consonant G may sometimes be pronounced as sound of consonant J. Okay, that is which sound here? G. Okay, so when it is followed by E, I, or Y. Same what we people discuss about C. Now we are discussing about here about G. So it pronounced J when it is followed by E, I, or Y. E, I, or Y. So we'll read this word. What is this word? Pronounce it. How you are going to read it?
Gauge.
Yes. Yes, exact. That is gauge. So now try to understand. Here is G. Here is also G. So first one, it is G. Here it is J. Why this difference? We'll find after G here is A, after G here is E, so here this is J. All right, large. After G there is E, so here J, large. Here it is ginger. Okay, it is ginger. Why? After G there is I, so that sounds J, not ginger. Okay, that is not ginger, it is ginger. Okay, after G here E is here, so here also it is J, ginger. Next is gymnastic. So here J, after G Y is there, so it's gymnastic. Then next is geographic. So here again you'll come to know it is J, now it is G. Okay, when to pronounce J and when it is G, that will come to know. Next is biology. So here again J, here it is gesture. Remember this is gesture. Okay, not gesture. It is not pronounced as G, but it is J sound. Logic, again here J. So why? Because after G what comes? E, I, or Y, so that time it is going to pronounce like J. All right, then rule number 3, this is a kind of challenge for you people. Okay, so see, English words do not end in I, U, V, or J. Let's check. You can get 1 minute for checking. If you remember any word which is ending with I or U or V or J, you just reply me immediately. Okay, you can find it at other time also, because we can't spend time like this. So usually they don't end. Okay, don't end any word with I, U, V, or J. And if you find, you just bring it to my notice in the next session or at any time. Then we will go to the next. Next is here rule number 4, that is about final E. When the words end with E, so that time what happens? That kind of things will be discussed here in rule number 4. So let's talk about 4A. Words ending in silent E. The words which end with silent E, drop the E before a suffix beginning with a vowel. Okay, before a suffix beginning with a vowel. Once again, try to understand what happens if any word which is ending with E, that E is silent E, that time what happens? This E is dropped, it is removed, it is not there. When? If the suffix beginning with a vowel sound. Which vowel sound? A, E, I, O, U, those vowel sounds. Let's see example so that it can be clear to you. Here it says moo. Okay, so moo. So here you'll come to know the word is ending with E. This is silent E, okay? It is move. And now there is suffix. Which is suffix here? Ing is suffix. So that is beginning with what? Beginning with I. I is vowel sound. So what happened? You'll come to know E is dropped. Spelling you can check. It is MOV. Now here it is MOVING. E is dropped here. Same with change, changing. Here also E dropped. This E dropped. So this way you people can learn to correct spelling. Then again 4B about final E rule that we people will talk here. Now this says final E remains before a suffix beginning with a consonant. In previous slide we people talked about that E is dropped if that suffix is beginning with vowel sound. In that case it is dropped, but if it is suffixes with consonant sound, that time it remains as it is. For example, that you people can see here engage, and now suffix is what? Engagement. MENT is suffix, so now it is beginning with M. M is consonant, so you'll find that E is not dropped here. E is as it is, okay? And engagement spelling you can check it. Care, careful. Here also you will find that E is as it is. But you people have to see some exceptions are here. Those exceptions are like true, truly. Here suffix is with what? Suffix is with L. L is consonant. Even then E is dropped here, okay? E is dropped. Due, duly. Same, E is dropped. Argue, argument. E is dropped here. Whole, wholly. E is dropped here. Nine, ninth. E is dropped here. Awe, awful. E is dropped here. So these are few exceptions to this rule. But apart from it, usually if the suffix begins with consonant sound, that means apart from A, E, I, O, U, E remains as it is. Okay. Then next also you people are able to see here final for C. The final E remains if the word ends in CE or G to keep a soft sound with able or OUS. Okay, what happens here also? That E remains as it is. With what? With C or with G. For what? To keep a soft sound. When there is suffix of ABLE or when there is suffix of OUS in that case. How? Let's see examples here. Courage. Okay, so here it is E and it becomes suffix is OUS. Courageous. So here E remains as it is. Outrage. Outrageous. Notice. Noticeable. Manage. Manageable. So in such examples, you'll find E is kept as it is to keep it soft. Okay. Then let's go to the next rule number 5. This rule number 5 is about one syllable words. So what is one syllable word? I think that syllable might be new to you. So just try to understand syllable in a word is counted on the number of vowel sounds. Okay, on the number of vowel sound. If there is one vowel sound, it means there is that word is one syllable. Okay, if there are two vowel sounds, two syllable. If there are three vowel sounds, three syllable, like this. One syllable words ending in single vowel and single consonant. Okay, what is case now? Word is one syllable and that word is ending with what? Ending with one vowel sound and one single consonant. In that case, what happens? Double the consonant. The consonant which is single, that gets doubled before a suffix beginning with a vowel. So now what happens? There is suffix and that suffix is with what? Suffix is with vowel. In that case, that consonant will be doubled. See example, bake. So this is one word. So here you'll find there is one vowel, one consonant. And there is suffix. Which is suffix here? Ed is suffix. Ed is suffix. So it begins with E. So E is what? E is a vowel sound. So what happened? Which letter gets doubled here? G. So that consonant G gets double. Bake becomes baked. Same case, hot, hottest. E is doubled. Run, running. N gets doubled. Sad, saddest. D is doubled here. But here also some exceptions are there, and these exceptions say wish, wished, fear, fearing. Okay, these are exceptions. Then here is rule number 6. Okay, this rule number 6 says in case of disyllabic, di means 2 syllables now, here 2 syllable, or trisyllabic means 3 syllables. Words ending with single vowel and single consonant. So those words which are ending with what? Ending with one vowel and one consonant. The final consonant is doubled. What happens? Final consonant is doubled if the last syllable is stressed. When? If the last syllable is stressed. Okay, see example, begin. So here you'll find I is vowel, N is consonant, and here stress is here. While pronouncing this word, you'll come to know stress is here. So this letter gets doubled. It is beginning. Remember, many students make mistake here by writing double G, but it is not double G, it is double N, beginning. And here is stress. Okay, here is stress. Beginner. So here also will come to know beginner, same. Refer, here is not double F, but here is double R. Okay, referring. So stress is here. Referred, double R. Occur, occurrence, occurred, occurring. Okay, the consonant is not doubled if the last syllable is not stressed. Okay, because these are the letters which are stressed, so they were doubled. But you'll come to know here now buffer. In this case, r is not stressed here, therefore there is not double R. Buffer, buffering, it is only ing, not double R. Suffer, suffering, it is only ring, not double ring. Offer, offering, same, here is also ring, not double ring. And to this rule also there is exception, and these exceptions are worship, worshipped. So here file double P, though P is not stressed here. Worshipped. Kidnap, kidnapper. Okay, here is double P. Handicap, handicapped. Here also there is no double P. So these are the some of the exceptions to this rule. Then on let's go to the next slide with rule number 7. This rule number 7 says if consonant L falls at the end of a word, it is doubled even though the last syllable is not stressed. What happens? It gets doubled when, even though the last syllable is not stressed in that case. Okay. So examples here, it is coral. Okay, it is ending with L. So here it should be double L, but it is not. Here it can be exception. Here it is not double L. Okay, coral, coralling. Here you will get double L. Distilled. Here it is double L. Distiller. Here is it is double L. Okay. So that's all about today. We will just stop here, and remaining few rules are there. We'll try to cover it in next session, and we will have some exercise also based on how to choose the words correctly that you people are going to get in next session. Any questions up to now? If there are any questions, in that case you can ask me. No questions at all? Okay, then let's go for attendance. Roll number 1, then 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 33, 35, 36, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, 59, 60, 61, 62, 64, 65, 67, 69, 70, 71, 73, 75, 77, 78. So these are present numbers, okay? So roll number 40, you just mention your roll number properly, okay? Because your name does not appear in the sequence. All right, so I hope that it might be useful, but you just keep working on. Just try to find something daily, just try to speak something daily, read something daily. There are so many interesting topics about technology, about the upcoming new topics, about politics, about anything. You just try to find out what is your area of interest, what you like, okay? And accordingly, you people keep reading, keep information up to date, and then you just try to speak about those what are the content that you have read. You try to discuss these things with your friends, so this way you people can just try to think of it. Okay, so here I would like to stop. I'll stop sharing the screen, and should I end this meeting for all?
Yes, sir.